How fast can you beat Baldur's Gate 3? You see, when the Nautiloid attacked Baldur's Gate, I was in the middle of, many heroics, saved a bunch of people before I got snatched up. Now that's all well and good, but in my epic defense of the city, I forgot to turn the stove off. And so I need to make my way back to the upper city of Baldur's Gate as soon as possible. In order to do this, we're gonna need to break the laws of physics, outsmart demons, and cause tremendous pain to both family and friends alike. And to sweeten the deal on it all, we're not just doing it normally, but we're gonna be doing the entire run in honor mode. So, let's start the timer. Starting things off by casting Enhanced Leap on ourselves, we start making our way through the Nautiloid, and by stuffing ourselves into this corner and double dashing, we then make use of a trick called a mash jump, essentially allowing us to make jumps that the game developers didn't intend to be possible by mashing both the jump and interact keys at the same time. This clips us into the helm fight and allows us to use one more dash to beeline straight for the transponder, crashing the Nautiloid and ending the intro with only 35 seconds on the clock, sending us on an express beach day trip. Anyway, from here, the goal is simply to reach Act 2 as quickly as possible, with the fastest route being to take this entrance into the mountain pass. The only problem is that this entrance is still very far away, with several mandatory encounters along the path. So, as far as I see it, we have two options. We could either mash our Z key like a coked up OC player, or we could get a little bit more creative.
They can't hold for
Huh? What you just saw was a trick called a node warp. How does it work, I hear you asking? Well, no one really knows for sure. All we know is that by dropping an item into the distance and then moving a box while it's opening, that box gets sent to the coordinates that you tried dropping the item at. Apparently, it's just something that was left over from Larian's last game, originally. Well, that was painful. Back to it. From here, it's not hard to just jump straight down to the start of Act 2, recruiting Mark Zuckerberg along the way, placing us straight into the Shadowlands, with all we need to do now being to reach the other side of town and start on the path to Baldur's Gate. So first, we're going to need to take advantage of our next trick, and for this, all we got to do is turn Shadowheart into a halfling with a sky self, then use Throw on her and immediately cancel it to pick her up and put her where she belongs. Then we just jump down to meet up with some of our fellow Kota's friends, and fooled by our immaculate disguise, they have no problem with us reaching out with our tadpole and summoning a guard. Ah! A spider! Oh hey look, a moon lantern. And with the Shadowlands now open to us, we're free to start making our way over to the road to Baldur's... Oh. Well shit. So as it turns out, the Cult of the Absolute has set up their camp directly on the path to Baldur's Gate, meaning that if we want any chance of getting back home, we're gonna need to confront the cult's leader, Ketheric Thorn. The only problem with this though, being that Ketheric is completely invulnerable, and nothing we can throw at him will actually do any damage. And so, we're gonna have to do the one thing that literally all speedrunners hate doing the most. We're gonna have to play the game. First though, we're gonna swap back over to Mr. Lizardman, and have him do the one, and only thing, that we recruited him for. Now, with our sights set on the Night Song, we avoid the Devil Taxman and use some mash jumps in Shard's Temple to clip Shadowheart into the Shadowfell portal room and to get Tav, the Spear of Night. And with 10:45 on the clock, we're now ready to enter the Shadowfell and free the... Woo! A butterfly! Oh. Hey guys. Funny seeing you here. Ah, crap. So, things have gone from bad to worse. I'm in prison, Shadowheart is stuck in limbo, my chicken casserole is starting to look more like Joan of Arc's distant cousin, and there is a big, open, flesh pit directly behind me. I've been pacing here for what feels like hours already, and I've absolutely no idea how I'm gonna make it out of here. Huh? What the fuck? Well, it appears as though we've been thrown a bone. Time to start chewing. Mash jumping through the wall, we make our way into the section of the oubliette that you normally reach after the rooftop fight with Ketheric. From here, we make use of these civilians' noble sacrifices to reach level 3 and make our way down towards the Ketheric fight. At the same time, Shadowheart starts making her way down to confront the Night Song, casting Fog Cloud over her to skip having to fight Balthazar. Then she, and now, we're ready to face Merkel, the Lord of Bones. A fight which is arguably the hardest in the entire game, and is now the only thing standing between us and making our way back. I'm having fun. This speedrun is fast-paced. you should subscribe to my YouTube. Grabbing Kethric's Netherstone, since we haven't actually finished the cutscene of killing the Night Song yet, we still find Jaheira waiting for us back in Moonrise Towers, ready to join our party. And with a full 8 levels to play with, we put them all into Eldritch Knight Fighter, giving us a few very important power-ups, like having 2 attacks, Action Surge, and getting our strength up to 20. And now, with 24 minutes on the clock, the path is clear, and we are finally able to make our way back towards Baldur's Gate. Does anyone else smell something reptilian? Oh, Jesus Christ! Quickly, get to the... Oh, yeah, that's right, they're Facebook users. Entering the metaverse, we hear a voice beckoning us down to the skull. Once we get down there though, we meet a mind flayer called the Emperor who claims to be the reason that our little skull friends haven't turned us into mind flayers yet. He's being attacked by all these gifts and asks for our help. So, gearing up for a fight, we ready...
Thank you, but there is more we must do. If we do not intervene, then the Elder Brain will show.
Yeah, cool, sorry bro, I gotta stop to go 10,000.
Wait! No. If you go any further, then the Elder Brain will notice us.
Excuse me, sir. I don't seem to remember asking for your opinion.
Stop! I will not ask again.
Oh, you want to play this game, do ya? Well, let's see how you like it when Well, it seems our brain-munching friend prefers his chicken casserole with an extra topping of the rest of my fucking house. So, if we want to get back home in time, we're gonna need to grab both of the Netherstones from Orin and Gortash as quickly as possible. So, let's start the music. Jumping our way through Rivington, we cast invisibility to make it past the guards and find our way into Lunch Crossing. Being invisible inside of Gortash's main hall, all we need to do here is use the improvised melee weapon to drag him outside of the cutscene trigger, then stuff him into our pockets and send him off to the nice tyranny-filled empire in the sky. That's 1 more Netherstone down, 1 left to go. Heading on down to the kick streamer's natural habitat, we find Orin shapeshifted in child form trying to talk to us. Inspecting our bell before she can talk to us here though keeps her locked in this shapeshifted form. From here, we simply make our way into Baal's temple, sneak past all their guards, mash jump through the main door, and meet a still very young Orin, who we can easily one-shot. And now, with Orin down and all 3 Netherstones in hand, it's time. Taking a quick detour to the fireworks shop to grab some explosives before jumping up to the docks, where we set our sights on finally being rid of this whole adventure. And with 39 minutes on the clock, we confront the Elder Brain for the very first time, before promptly getting our asses handed to us and our brain-hungry friend having to bail us out. Well, that could have gone better.
The Nether Brain is too strong. If we want any hope of defeating it now, you must join me in becoming Illithid and assimilate Orpheus. With this, we might just have what it takes to rid the world of this blight.
Well, I guess if this is what it takes to save the world, then it doesn't seem like I have much of a choice. And here, ready to face the brain, I realize, you know what? Fuck this guy. Why the hell am I helping the dude that stopped me from keeping my house from burning down? Get the fuck out of here. Now in the opposite city of Baldur's Gate, we get our friends to valiantly sacrifice themselves before maneuvering our way up towards the castle, where we once again cast invisibility and sneak past all the guards out front, as well as a Nautiloid cannon just up ahead. And it's here, standing beside the Netherbrain stem, when I think about my options. I may have been too late to save my house, but if I can save the rest of Baldur's Gate, then I think that might just be good enough. Summoning our Mage Hand, we start climbing up the brainstem, while said Mage Hand throws the invisibility potion on us that we got back in Act 2, to start off this fight completely invisible, allowing us to jump on over to the Crown of Karsus and immediately start the fight with the Netherbrain. Placing all of our explosives to its side, there's only one thing left to do. And as I watch the Alchemist's fire heading towards mutually assured destruction, I start to realize something. Wait a minute. I never turned the stove on.